All right, so now that we've gone over the syllabus, let's quickly go over the rest of the setup of the class. So right here, you'll see your calendar that we've talked about. This just lists the hard due dates that we've already gone over. This is a formula sheet. You could use it on all three tests and the final. Now, I strongly suggest that you print this out because with HonorLock, it will not let you go back and forth between different browsers or between different windows in your browser. So therefore, it may not let you go back to this formula sheet. It will, however, let you have the formula sheet if it is a hard copy. So please print out this formula sheet when you take your HonorLock practice quiz or any of the test or final. You will have to hold up the formula sheet front and back to show that you have not written anything else on it. Introduce yourself. This is over here in the discussions tab. It is the only way that you can get extra bonus points in the class. It is a very simple thing where you can just post a little bit of information about yourself. This is a free Wi-Fi link for students. Just shows you all the Wi-Fi links in Mississippi if you happen to be in Mississippi and your Wi-Fi goes out. And this just gives you the link to the student council if you need it, and just some extra numbers here. All right, next block is My Lab Math info and help. This is very important, and so is the next module about HonorLock. This tells you how to register for My Lab Math info and help. This is a PDF. This right here is a special website just for MSU that Pearson has set up. It has YouTube videos explaining how to register. So if you're unfamiliar with how to register, please click on that and it will tell you YouTube videos. It also has a link to our personal Pearson representative. This is the PDF if you do prefer to just read about it. And then this is a YouTube video that one of our instructors set up that is different than the other YouTube video. If you are opting out of the Bulldog bundle, then this shows you how to register if you have opted out. This takes you straight to Pearson customer support, although I do strongly suggest you try this one first. And I do suggest that you do the live chat. If you're going to do the temporary access, and sometimes it does not let you because winter session is so short, then if it does let you do temporary access, this is how to upgrade to the regular access. And it will, at some point, even if you do temporary access, you will have to upgrade even in winter session. It doesn't let you get out of that. HonorLock, this is your tutorial for HonorLock that shows you how to put that on your computer. This is your practice test. You can take the practice test as many times as you want. It is open all the way through the final exam. However, you need to take it by Friday. All right, very important that you take it by Friday. That way, if you have any problems with HonorLock, you have plenty of time to get those sorted out. The reason that it is open until the final exam is because in case you happen to get a new computer for Christmas, then you need to take the HonorLock practice quiz again on that new computer to make sure that it is compatible with HonorLock. With both of these, MyLabs and HonorLock, I hate to say it this way, but instructors are not trained to troubleshoot MyLab Math or HonorLock. All right, either one of those. We have not been trained in that. So if you have any issues with MyLab Math or HonorLock, you need to contact the help number for MyLab Math, which is really this site right here. If you have any problems with HonorLock, then you need to contact the help site with HonorLock, which when you go through the tutorial, it is there. Also, whenever you open something in HonorLock, I have the HonorLock help number there. If you send me an email asking me about help with MyLab Math or HonorLock, I'm going to refer you back to these two modules right here. I cannot help you with MyLab Math or HonorLock as far as the technology goes with those. Anything you ask me about those, I'm just going to send you back to these two right here. Whenever you are wanting to take a test or the practice quiz with HonorLock, you will need to click right here on HonorLock. All right, in order to set that up. Now, first, you have to be registered for MyLab Math. In order to register for MyLab Math, you will click the MyLab and First, you will need to do the Bulldog bundle. Now, Up until now, you will have clicked on the Bulldog Bundle digital materials. This right here, Bulldog Bundle Spring 2024, was a new button that I saw when I was setting up the course, and they have told us nothing about this button. So you may want to try this one first and see if you can register with it. If not, then do the Bulldog Bundle Spring 2024, because technically winter session is a Spring 2024 class. Like I said, I assume we will be getting emails about this probably at the end of winter session, but they have told us nothing about this button. So one of these two is how you will get your code for MyLab Math. After you get the code, then you will click on MyLab and Mastering, and you will enter that code, and you will go into the MyLab and Mastering and set that up. It will not let me click on that right now because being an instructor, it will not let me set that up to look like yours. All of that is listed in these how-to videos, but they're going to tell you to click on the Bulldog Bundle digital materials. Again, if that does not work, try the Bulldog Bundle Spring 2024. All you would click on these two for is for the access code. Then you do not need either one of these again. Then you can get through everything with the MyLab and Mastering. After you're in MyLab and Mastering, that's when you can take the HonorLock practice quiz. And to get to HonorLock practice quiz or test 1, 2, 3, and 4, you have to test 1, 2, 3, or the final, you have to click on the word HonorLock. For the homework and the quizzes, do not click on HonorLock. All right, so that is basically all of your setup stuff that you need to know. Here are those calculator videos. Like I said, they are very bad videos. I did them in 2020 when we were first learning, about putting a lot of stuff online. But that is okay. You can look at those and they will show you how to do things on the calculator. And what I mean by bad videos is just they're not good quality. If you see a calculator that is listed there, then it is a good calculator for you to use. All right, then the rest of the class is set up the same way with chapters, where if it says PDF, those are blank notes. I would encourage you to download those or open those up. And while you're watching the lecture video, to take notes in the blank notes with the lecture video. It should follow straight along with it. I do have the worked note posted. All right, then you'll see right here, it's another work notes, or PDF, blank notes, another lecture video, work notes. All right, then you have the homework that goes along with that. To get to this homework, you can just click right there once you have registered. And you can work the homework problems as many times as you want. If you get a homework problem wrong 3 times, it will show you the correct answer. In the bottom right corner, it will say similar exercise. Click on that. It will give you a similar problem, and you can work it again, and then it will give you full credit for that problem. For that reason, we do expect you to get a 100 for your homework. All right, as you continue along, again, you'll see blank notes for 1.3, blank notes for 1.4. This is the lecture video for 1.3, 1.4. I would encourage you to take notes on the blank notes while you're watching the lecture video, but I do have the work notes posted. Then you'll do your homework on 1.3, 1.4. Then you'll take your quiz. It will cover 1.1 through 1.4, and you'll be done with Chapter 1. So once you're done with Chapter 1, you will move on to Chapter 2, and it is set up the exact same way. All right, so the blank notes for 2.1, 2.2, 2.3, 2.4. Chapter 2 lecture is all one section. Then there's the work notes, homework 3, homework 4, quiz 2. Now, for most of these lecture videos, they are the lecture videos that I recorded from winter session from last year. Again, winter session that I taught last year was an asynchronous course, which means that the students had to meet with me at a certain time. So at the beginning of that, you will have some time when students are logging in. You will hear me welcoming the students, and you may hear me talk about when things are due. Because that was recorded last winter session, please ignore any due dates in the lecture video. You will probably want to fast forward the lecture video about 5 minutes into it so that you can fast forward past the students logging in and past me talking about the due dates. You will then see these blank notes being pulled up, and I follow along exactly with these blank notes for the lecture video. But any due dates that I talk about in the lecture video, ignore those. All right, so I would suggest fast forwarding about 5 minutes in, and then at the very end of the lecture video, I'm probably going to remind the students what's coming up due. You do have the same assignments coming up due, just the dates are off on those. All right, but that is how the rest of the class is set up. It's by the chapter. Here you can see you have that hard deadline, and that means that anything above that is due at that date. All right, the date of test number 1, anything above that is due. Optional quizzes are available in my math lab. You're welcome to do those. They are great extra practices. However, they do not affect your grade at all. So that is up to you whether you complete them or not. These test instructions, they will tell you how to use HonorLock. I went ahead and put the formula sheet on here again. All right, but again, please print that out. I just thought it would help you to go ahead and have that right next to your test, but please print that out. All right, and you do have a review lecture for the test. It continues on like that all the way through your final exam. All right, and you can see that's due January 12th. Now over here, you will have announcements. Please be sure and check your announcements regularly. You have a welcome announcement. You may also get class emails from me. They will come from Jay Pitts, Julie Pitts. So please be sure and check that. You can check your grades at any time by clicking right here. These are live updates. So if you've only worked 3 problems in the homework, then you may have a 15 in your homework. But if the homework is not due yet, obviously you can get back in there and still work the homework. And so you can keep working until it does get to 100. However, those are live updates. All right, discussions. This is where those extra points will be. Click on Introduce Yourself. All right, and you'll see a little introduction. Sorry, it doesn't open until tomorrow morning. You'll see a little introduction about me, and then you can respond to that with a little introduction about yourself, and that will earn you 5 bonus points. University syllabus just has some statements that we're required to put. You can read those. Class climate, you will not do anything with that till the end of the semester. All right, so that's pretty much how the whole class is set up. Again, the best way to reach me is by email, jpitts, J-P-I-T-T-S, at math.mstate.edu. I'm looking forward to a great semester. I know these navigation videos, I've been talking very quickly. Try to get it all in within the 15-minute time slot that I have there. And I hope that explains how the class is set up. Once again, just because something is due on a date does not mean that you have to wait until that date to complete the assignment. I strongly encourage you to complete the assignment before the due date because nothing will be extended. You're welcome to complete something before the due date, but you cannot, for any reason, complete it after the due date. And yes, you may finish the course early if you want to. So for those of you who had not planned on doing much over Christmas break, if you would like, I've had people who wanted to complete the entire course over Christmas break, including the final exam. You are more than welcome to do that. If you have any other questions, feel free to email me. Thank you.